after you bring it back. Oh! That's it. Oh, no more. You're taken down. Son of a bitch. Get out of my backdrop. And spoiler warning. God damn it. Oh, no. How could they do this? No. Oh, now, full disclosure, I saw comments this week for it. It was spoiled or leaked or what have you. It was released online that, yes, a few days ago I found this one out that they were gonna kill Morales off. These sons of bitches. Even though they just brought it back after like 7 years, they kill him off right away. It's like, oh man, why would you bring him back just to kill him right away? So frustrating. So I'm just like, I'm so upset with Daryl right now. I'm not buying any more Daryl action figures. Maybe I'll sell all my Daryl stuff because I'm just like, oh. So Daryl, this is you, not me, okay? You did this to us. This is you, not me. Well, I mean, overall, I'm happy they brought him back in the show, even if it was just kind of for like a couple shot deal, like 2 episodes, just a few scenes here and then, to kill him off. I guess kind of the idea is that they didn't really foresee, it sounds like, a future for Morales. Like, they didn't want to write him in, to be like an ongoing, consistent character. Even though I think that would have been wicked cool to see. That would have been great to have him back as a long-term character because there just aren't many people from the first season still alive in the show. So it would have been cool if they would have been able to kind of keep him around up until now. And in the future as well too, and just do some more with him in the show. But even though he is brought back, we do at least get some closure for what happened to the character from the first season and how he ended up with the Saviors. And it went a lot of how we thought it probably would go. If it ends up that him and his family didn't make it to Birmingham. Basically he lost his whole family. They all died, which we all pretty much thought like that's probably going to be what's going to happen. Season 1, you leave with your family by yourself. Does it make sense they're all going to survive? No, they're probably all going to die except for maybe the dad, so to speak, who's best at defending himself because zombies don't care. Zombies will eat, they'll eat young meat, they'll eat female. They don't care. Zombies are going to go for whatever they're going to go for. And sooner or later, especially on the road, they're going to all find themselves, the kids or, the wife's going to find herself with some zombies around and going to have to defend herself, and he may not always be able to, defend them. So it makes a lot of sense that that's what they do with Morales and that he kind of comes back now. The Saviors kind of brought him back to life, so to speak. And but, there's some great dialogue in here with Rick that we'll get more into in the review, and we'll go through all the lines. It was wicked cool to see him back in the show after this many seasons, and I feel like it really was kind of a fan service thing that they did, which they brought him back for us, the fans. They let us see him a little bit. I'm appreciative that they did that. I would have liked to have seen more with him, and I think that would have been really interesting to see. But maybe it's because they really couldn't, they didn't want to deviate too much from maybe their plans that they had originally, and they just decided, let's put him in there for the hardcore fans that have been watching the show since season 1, kind of remember the character, and just have it there to be kind of a neat fan thing for this season, near the start of the season, to really kick it off. But of course, then, we got to move on with the show. You got to have Negan, got to have, these other characters that are, at the forefront right now, whereas this is more like kind of a blast from the past to bring Morales back, even just for a little bit, and have him be kind of a hardcore villain. And I guess, we can't really be too mad at Daryl as well, too, because he's here, like, it seems like Daryl's there, he's kind of hearing the conversation, he's kind of hearing what's going on, and Rick does give him a choice. And he kind of chooses to be Negan too, right? So he's totally in with the Saviors, 100%. He's called the others back, and it seems like he's not gonna. He's choosing his side. He's choosing the Saviors versus the survivors. So we can't really blame Daryl too much because really, Daryl heard the choice. Rick is like, no, that's just like me. I'm like, oh. Right? So he chooses he makes his decision. He decides that he's going to be Savior Morales, and that's it. And then Daryl does what he has to do, which makes sense because, of course, the others are coming back and everything. So you gotta get rid of them and move on pretty quickly. Also, it fits in with this Daryl, Morgan, Daryl, just angels of death or darkness, so to speak. They go through, they're killing everybody any chance they get, like the guy who was basically surrendering as well, too, giving this this deal that Rick gave him. Rick's kind of like, what the hell, because Daryl just shot him as well, too. But, again, you can totally understand because Daryl was kind of tortured and, locked in the cell and everything last season, so we can definitely understand why he's not putting up with any nonsense at all. So, aside from the Morales stuff, that for me is, like, obviously the biggest thing from the episode, because that is such a huge thing that they did this for hardcore fans. It was wicked cool that they did. Of course, I would have wanted to see more from him and have them keep him around for a while, but it's better that they brought him back a little bit here than not at all. It's better that they brought him back now. We had a little bit of time with the character then, not bringing him back ever, just leaving it in limbo forever. So I'm appreciative that they did bring him back. I would have wanted to see more, and I'm kind of upset about the death. Episode gets a 0 out of 10. It's terrible, right? But what are you going to do? Aside from that, the rest of the episode was super exciting. I thought the 50 cal, scatter at the end was wicked cool. Ezekiel kind of being overconfident and, kind of the guys coming down on top of him that got just absolutely smoked by the 50 cal and everything else that was going on around there. And there's really exciting stuff throughout the episode. You got Eric as well, too. What happened with that? Great stuff for Aaron. Thought that was really sad, and kind of his reactions to everything and the zombie that's walking away and all that. So, man, incredible episode. Wicked fight between Jesus and Morgan. Lots of awesome stuff in the episode for sure. Of course, the standout for me going to be Morales. So, be back real soon for the review with you guys. Just wanted to give you my first reaction, as I know a lot of you guys are like, oh my god, Trev is going to be so mad. I am, I'm pretty mad. I would have wanted to see them do more with him. But at the same time, I'm just like, I feel like we should just appreciate that they brought him back at all, because it's pretty obvious they brought him back just for us. They did it for us, really, guys. So we got to be happy and just I guess go with the idea. I'm going to watch Talking Dead after this because he's going to be on it, but just kind of the idea that, they had obviously they have a story. They can't just switch the whole story around, but they can bring him in for, a little bit and, kill him off and do that for the fans, kind of nod to the fans, and then move on with All at War and the story that they were kind of setting up and doing here as well. But it was wicked cool to see him in, and there's some great dialogue in here we're going to get more into in the review. So if you guys like this reaction video, awesome episode though. Wicked awesome episode. Well, awesome episode, but worst episode ever in one way. If you guys like this review, please thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it, and you can do it at the bottom left. That's it for this one, guys. I'll see you again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. See you guys in about half an hour for the full-length review. Wow.